What's up guys, Cloudie here, checking in from the America server, and today we have received the sneak peek for the second update for October. Let's just go through it real quick, it's not terribly long, so see what Vespa has in store for us. First and foremost, which might come as a bit of a surprise to quite a lot of people, maybe not to everyone, that the new hero will be Rebel Claws. Which is interesting because in the I guess he's the production director, Sean, or whatever he pronounces it. In his video, they mentioned Grammary both for October and November, but I guess that means that she will be in November, and we are getting Clouds in October. Now, there is a separate post for him, so I will leave that for the end of the video. Let's just see that he's another warrior with physical attributes. So, woohoo, another physical warrior. Let's see, along with Close we are getting his special hero dungeon, which is telling his story before chapter 10, so after the transformation of Castle and Frey, and before he arrives at the Technomagic Kingdom, which is interesting because in the story, in the chapter 10 stories, he sometimes is like remembering how Ricardo wanted to kill Castle, or like Scarlet telling him that he will just get into the way. And also interesting that his armor is still intact here, while if you remember him in chapter 10, his armor is quite chipped and broken there. So I wonder, maybe he gets to fight Chase or something, or it's just maybe from the road or something happens there in between chapter 10 and here. We don't really know, or maybe that's when he like faces Castle and that's when his armor broke. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's interesting that here his armor is definitely still intact. So kind of wondering where exactly this fits into the timeline. But yeah, so he has a new hero dungeon, and we get to learn a bit more about his story and how he gets to chapter 10. Now, Halloween is of course upon us, so we are getting new Halloween-themed costumes: Roy, Lumen, Rodina, Hilda, Juno, Nyla, Tyla, and and Talisha. And we see that like this is for Nyla. I think I really like it. I like the colors, I like the wing, I think that's awesome. And her legs almost look normal here. I think they will still have the harpy shape, but like will not look like bird legs anymore. But it's interesting that the shoes have like claws, and some people pointed out that she does not have claws on her hands, but like, and that they don't like it. I think she looks cute this way, and I'm looking forward to see some of the others there as well. So, and this is of course the signature motions, which is a new thing with the costumes lately. Yeah, so this one is for Taily, and it looks quite alright. I like the design of the hammer, so yeah, that's not too bad. We are getting a Halloween bingo event, which is so we can get some unique weapon awakening transfer ticket and unique treasure awakening transfer ticket. Seems Vespa quite likes this stuff nowadays, so we will probably be getting more of it through events. Not too bad, I guess, not too bad. So yeah, that's quite alright to get. I'm just kind of wondering what else I could be like transferring with these, or what to do with them. But yeah, I guess it's useful if you have a really unused character and you can move them. Now there will be some improvements to field raids. They are changing the dragon coins to raid coins, and you will be getting them from field raids now as well. And you will be getting some powder from the dungeons that you do. So yeah, here they list that hero protection suppression will give powder, Dark Legion will give powder, so I guess that's alright. Makes those dungeons a bit less dead, I guess, but all in all you still want to be farming for Technomagic gear, I believe. And that's really all they have mentioned for the patch. Not terribly big, so Rebel Claws, story dungeon, and some costumes and some events, so, and some changes to field raids. Now let's see, they have like highlighted that there is some social network event. Basically you need to make a screenshot with one or more characters wearing Halloween costumes and then post it on your whatever, Facebook or wherever, Twitter, and then fill in the form with your details, and yeah, you will get some rewards for it. The costume ticket is not too bad. I mean, that's a couple thousand rubies, and it goes up until the last year's Halloween costume. So still not too bad. Not the newest stuff, but like it's quite okay, and you can get some additional rewards. Plus, if there will be a lucky draw, 5 per server, which will be the 10+1 ticket. So I guess this is why some people say that Vespa is being a bit too much of a Scrooge with these kind of events, and yeah, I would say that it's borderline whether you want to bother doing free advertisement for them, so to say, and then fill in the form for them just to get like some stuff which is often really not worth the effort, I think. But the costume ticket is not too bad, so I could be convinced to do that. We'll probably do it just so free costumes are free costumes. And let's see, so the final part is of course the behind the development of Shieldless Knight Rebel clothes. So they talk about his development concept, how they came up, what they did, and then they show his initial armor plans. And I quite like these designs, actually. I think it was a bit better than the original ones, at least for me. And then here is one interesting thing that they say, that they wanted to put in the sharp evil and power of darkness tone onto the armor. And I'm like, why? Clouds never became evil or had the power of darkness. He's using the sword of Siegfried, which is not connected to darkness in any form or way. At least that's how I understood the chapter 10 story, that it wasn't evil in any form or way. It had a price, of course, and sure, Klaus is now very determined and like super cold, and he just goes and he's like giving up everything to save Castle and Frey, but he never became evil. There was no power of darkness, so why did you have to put that into his armor? It kind of feels like that Vespa just wanted to create another edgy character, because that seems to be the new theme. If you think back, we had like Dark Castle and Freya are very edgy, Isolette is very edgy, Hilda is mildly edgy, I would say, and now we have Dark Claws, who will be also an edgelord. So I'm not quite convinced that this was the right move. I do not mind that the armor is dark, but like because we wanted to give it evil look and power of darkness, I'm like, why? Why? It wasn't needed. So anyway, this is what they came up with, and they say how they wanted to like differentiate him from the original Clouds. So that's how they came up with like this illustration art. It's not too bad. And then they show like the similarities between his face and eyes and hairstyle and whatnot. So yeah, this is just the design process. But yeah, in one place here I actually mentioned that they did not want to use like the color black so much with him because he's not corrupted. And then again, then why did you use the dark and evil theme for his armor color? Well, whatever. So he will be using the power of gravity, it seems. That's the power of his sword. Which I always want to say Galactica, but it's Galicta actually, but whatever. So yeah, that's what they tried to put. So there's like rocks lifting in the air and stuff like that, and his S3 and stuff will be very interesting. Yeah, we can watch his acquiring animation, which is terribly loud, sorry. And which is about him dreaming, I guess. Kind of reminds me actually Hilda's dreaming and seeing Siegfried, but him no longer being there. Interesting that it's a 1-star there, but they say that you will actually get him as a 5-star if you do the story dungeon. So I guess they just forgot to update this one. So yeah, gravity. So yeah, I think it was this part where they were saying somewhere that they did not want to make him corrupted or anything. You can see the lifting rocks here. And yeah, they talk about how he's not a knight anymore because they wanted to make it a warrior for some reason, because that reflects his determination better, and that his skills will be like he will be constantly losing HP but doing a lot of damage. They literally say massive damage, at one point. So, I wonder if he will be overpowered or if he will be healed up. Technically, is he gonna be like an updated chase, or is he gonna be like Hilda? We'll see. Then they talk about how the weapon changes because it supposedly changes based on who wields it. So that's why the different models. And yeah, they then talk about the battle style of him, that it focuses on gravity. Now I wonder if is it really gravity that can defeat the goddesses? Is that what they were so afraid from? Who knows, maybe. But yeah, so he will be doing massive damage at the cost of giving up his defensive abilities. And that's why they wanted him to be a warrior or something like that. He's now reborn as a tough warrior that advances to fulfill his will and goal. Honestly, I would have been happier if he remained a knight, especially because now Galgoria keeps giving me knight DPS items, and it just drives me crazy when I get the super good lines and it's on a knight item. So he could have been a DPS knight. We did not really have that, not counting Sonya and Philip in PvP, and like sometimes maybe like Glambis or Loman. But yeah, DPS knights don't really exist in the game. So it could have been a nice new stuff to have. But yeah, what we got instead was like a warrior knight or warrior ex-knight warrior now with very dark edgy looks, and kind of wondering what kind of power creep he will bring with him. Will he be the new go-to warrior, especially considering how many we had lately? So I guess we will see. Also, I think some of the rumors said that Ezekiel, if and when he is released, will be a magic warrior. So many warriors, guys. But anyway, yeah, that's it really for the patch notes. Doesn't look too bad, doesn't look too much. They haven't talked about anything that they promised before the previous patch, rebalances of content and stuff like that. So guess that will have to wait until November. That's a bit of a downer, to be honest. But yeah, it's what it is. Until then, we get EdgeLord Cloudie. That's what they should have called him, not Rebel. He should be EdgeLord Close, I believe. But yeah, that's been it, guys. I've been Cloudie, and see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.